Okay, I've just arrived, so hopefully I'm in the right place. Yeah, it's been a long drive, so I'm gonna see if I can find out where I'm supposed to be and drop off my bags at the hotel and then head to the destination for the reception and welcome something. There's gonna be some sort of welcome something. And so let's go in and see what's happening. So just checked into the hotel, and this is my first time in Indianapolis. Check out this view. Just look at that. Incredible. Woke up early, came to the hotel, arrived about 1:30, and now I'm gonna go try to get a workout in. And then the beginning social is just about a mile from here, so I'm planning on just walking there. Nutty Buddy and some protein. The lunch of champions. The correct way to eat a Nutty Buddy is one layer at a time, one level at a time. We're not animals. We don't just bite into the whole thing. Arr. One layer at a time. Flaky, you get the thinness, you get the peanut butter, the chocolate. Oh yeah. Yes, your fingers get a little bit dirty. That's part of the process. Oh man. I came into the bathroom and smelled the soap that they have here. And you know when you have a smell, you smell something and then it brings back memory? This reminds me of a type of clay. It's like, it smells exactly, it's got that exact smell of a type of clay, but I can't remember what type of clay it is. And I don't remember what I sculpted with it, but it's got a very distinct smell. Maybe it was Chavant Touch or something? Chavant Touch? There's like a type of Chavant. It's not the NSP that I usually use, which is kind of more odorless. There was a type of clay that smelled just exactly like this, and it's driving me crazy because I can't remember what type of clay it was. America. I really know.
Thank you very much, Charlie, and everyone enjoy yourself.
Thank you. So the sculpture on top of there is 40 feet tall. Just from the base, like that whirls to the tip.
Yeah, just her. She's 40 foot. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
So the sculpture.
Okay, so it's early, Friday morning, the morning of the competition, and I headed back early from the social event so that I could get some rest because I was getting a headache. When I don't sleep too much, sometimes that happens, and so. But now I feel rested, and gonna go down, get a workout in, have some breakfast, and then we'll head over to the location for the competition. And I've heard that it's just going to be two-hour sessions, so 4 hours of sculpting altogether. Not a lot of time to get a close to life size portrait done, and so it's going to be kind of a mad rush to finish it. So we'll see how it goes.
I don't know if anybody needs some, but I do have a little bit of cheap oil clay, and so if you don't want the base sliding around like on the table, you can put a little bit down. So. Oh, thanks.
Are you filming it while you're...
Yeah, just trying to get some B-roll, some footage.
Do you want me to hold?
help. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I know you sold your company. I know you got free time, you know. And I'm like, yes, somebody's always going to be mad. I don't need that. Oh, put on some clay during break. Disqualified.
This is a colobolo, and that's called umbingo, or African blackwood. And that ivory. I managed to get a hold of some ivory.
Okay, so it's the day after the competition. We finished up with the competition, and then there was kind of a break where the judges came in, and I just wanted to talk about the experience, the judging, and then the results of the competition. So as far as the sculpting went, I felt really good after the first session. So it was going to be two-hour sessions. After the first session, I felt like my sculpture was coming along. I felt like I was doing really good, developing faster than a lot of the other sculptors. After the first session and during lunch, I was feeling pretty good. Then we had the next session, and there's not a lot of time to look at other people's work and see what other people are doing, and so I would just, you glance around every once in a while, but you're pretty like zoned in on your sculpture, and I was liking a lot of what was happening with my sculpture, feeling pretty good. And then everybody, finishes and cleans up their space and then lines their sculptures up. Then I'm like, oh wow, this is a talented group of sculptors. They're all doing pretty good. I think I got most of the work done, most of the finding of the form in the first session, and most of the other sculptors did a lot of that during the second session. So I feel like in general I'm kind of a sprinter. I like to, go go at it, which was nice for this competition. I thought it was a good to have such a short time frame. 4 hours is really not a lot of time for finishing a sculpture. So then once we lined up the sculpture, then I felt like, oh, I'm not quite as confident. When I was, just at the end, I was like, oh, okay, this could be the winner, maybe. But then once I saw everybody else, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for the judges. Definitely lost some of my confidence seeing how great the works of the other artists were. They're just just really impressive. And for this particular competition, it's I believe it's artists under 35. So they're all people kind of in my age range. We kind of separated and let the judges come in, and it was a blind judging, which I think is the best way to do it, so that you don't have, a preconceived image in your mind of the person's whole body of work. Sometimes a particular sculptor, or you're familiar, or you're friends with somebody, and that might then you might not want to pick them because then you seem biased, or you might be more inclined to pick them because you know them or you're familiar with them. So I think blind judging is the best way to go about these types of competitions. Gathered everybody, and then about 5 o'clock there was they were going to announce to the group that was there the winners. So what do you think? What do you think? So let's see if let's do this. So this is a look at the sculptures, the names of the sculptors underneath. It'd be interesting if you're watching this video, if you could pause it and write down the sculptures, because the names are with the sculptures. You're not going to do a blind judging. You'll know whose is who. But if you write down like the names, oh, I think first should have gone to this, second should have gone to this, third should have gone to this. And so I'd be curious what you guys think. Take your time and pause the video and comment who you think should have won the prize, and then we'll see if you guys chose the same ones as the judges. Then they announced the winners. They gathered everybody, and I'm standing there with the camera recording just with my phone because my main camera lost battery, and like an idiot I forgot to bring a charger. So I'm recording with the phone.
I thank you as well. You were all great. I'm so impressed. I think this has probably been the best one yet. So I really appreciate it. Third prize, which is the Walter and Michael Lance prize for $750, is Eddie.
Congratulations.
The second place is the Roger T. Williams prize for $1,500, which goes to Samuel Davis. And the first prize, Richard M. Miller prize for $3,000 goes to Heather Parsons.
Good show, young lady.
Great sculptors, did a great job. So congratulations to those winners of the competition. I love these types of competitions, but it is difficult because every time I feel like, oh, this is a good sculpture that I could see winning a competition like this. And I've done several of the competitions in Utah. This was my first time with this particular competition. But it is rough, and I can understand why some people are kind of turned off by competitions, because there's that anticipation and then a lot of disappointment when you feel like, oh, I really felt like my work deserved to have a prize, but it didn't get a prize. Right after, I feel pretty disappointed, upset about it, a little bit bitter. Not bitter at the judges or the contestants, but just like, oh man, I like at it myself, kind of like, oh, I should have tried something different or done something different on the sculpture, or changed some of the things that I was doing. You're doing a lot of self-critique and second guessing, like all of the decisions you made during the competition. It's like one of the most bitter parts of these types of events, at least for me. I'm a competitive person, but it might be one of the most valuable because it's a very humbling experience and you realize, oh, I've got work to do. Like, I'm not at the level that I want to be. I'm not as good of an artist as I want to be. I can see things that I could have done, that I should have done, that would have made this a better sculpture. And then, you know, sometimes you get feedback from other people, oh, maybe it was like this, maybe the texture could have been changed, or maybe you should have done this a little bit different. It's the least pleasant part of the competition, but maybe the most valuable, because when you win, you get the prize, which is a big deal, and everybody, you know, you want to win. So I would say, you know, you're not trying to lose on purpose so that you can get that valuable lesson. But I think a lot of the learning and a lot of the motivation to improve comes from the loss. And maybe that's me just trying to kind of cope with the loss. But it is, you know, it is a motivating factor. So I guess my biggest takeaway is just that, you know, I'm there with all of the students just trying to get a little bit better at sculpting, do a little bit more to constantly improve. You know, there's really no finish line where you just like master the skill. There's always room to improve. You never get to a place where there's no errors made. There's always something that you could do better. And that pursuit, that journey of trying to be better, trying to improve your technique, your eye, your vision, maybe the message of your work, and to say something more important, or say something that you're more passionate about, or communicate something in a way that's more impressive, that gets more attention by creating a work of art that's more impressive. That journey is really what being an artist is all about. And it's something that I'm glad to be a part of. And I'm really grateful for the opportunity that I have to teach and kind of share this tradition of figurative representation. I think it's something that's worthwhile because people are valuable, that there's an intrinsic value to people, and therefore when we take the time and spend the energy studying and learning about the figure and, you know, sculpting people, we're communicating that we value human experience enough to kind of freeze that in time and say that this is something that was worth the hours, really the lifetime that it took to master this skill, that it was something that was worth all of that effort to create and to produce. Overall, a great experience. A little disappointing at the end there for me. I would have liked to walk away with some of the prize money. That definitely would have helped. But, you know, you can't win them all. And for me, apparently, I can't even win one at all, ever. But I'll keep trying, and hopefully I'll be invited back. I think the age limit for the competition is 35. Try to apply again and do it again. It was something that I did enjoy. Okay, thank you guys for watching. As always, I hope that you guys can stay creative and stay productive, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.